Hello, everybody. Welcome to Karmic Palms. Let's do a general analysis of this person's palm. Before we do, please subscribe. And if you want to get your palm analyzed, do WhatsApp us. It's in the description box. By the way, our Palmistic channel has come up with a 10 topic course for people who want to become an expert in palmistry. If you're interested, please do WhatsApp. We'll be more than happy to discuss more details about that. Now, when I look at this person's palm, is why I like to repeat myself to a lot of people, and I like to tell them why increasing your merits is so important. Because what happens is when you go through struggles in life, you intend to do a lot of things which are not honorable, which are not uh, ethical. Because when you keep tripping and falling all the time in life, what you do is you intend to start doing things which are not ethical. And because of that, what you do is you start creating negative merits, negative karma in your life. And that gets imprinted into your consciousness. And because of that, what happens is you think you're getting away with things, but your consciousness is carrying it. So you think that, what could be the ultimate thing after I die? Who cares? But death is not an escape. It's something that you're going to carry. This karmic effects is going to be carried on to your next life, which will be in a much worse realms, worse positions in life. So that's why I keep telling people why creating positive merits is so important in life. Let me explain it in this video of why it's important. Now, look at this person's lifeline. Okay, at the beginning of the life, this person has gone through some sort of illness. There's a black, you can see almost black looking island. Means something severe has happened in this person's life in the childhood, roughly around at 7 to 8 in his life. And then life has picked up, it goes down all the way. And then when you see here, what do you see here? Now let me explain this also to you. You see it comes to this point here, okay? And then there's another line which continues and goes down here. Now always keep in mind, in Lifeline, when you see lines go up like this, these are called opportunity lines, which means during this period of time, there will be opportunities in life that you will get. Okay, there'll be a sudden surge. Like for example, just say you were working somewhere, suddenly you get a ticket to go abroad and find a job with double the salary, triple the salary. Or say your business that you're doing suddenly starts picking up. Those are called opportunities, or some sort of cash injections comes into your business. These are all opportunities in life. Okay, so these standing up lines like this is always very good to have in your lifeline. They represent the more you have. A lot of people have it all the way like this, which means all their life they get opportunities. They fall down for some time and then immediately they get up and they start doing well. Why? Because it's called opportunity lines. Now in this person's case, if you see here, there's none. In the other way around, at the bottom once he touches around at 55, lines are going down like this and some are even cutting the lifeline. You see this? Now what does this mean? Going downward. Going downward means losses, financial losses, health related issues, things like that will happen in your life. So this is not a good sign. Okay, now from 55 onwards, all the way to 63, 64, this person is going to have financial losses and health related issues. This is what it shows here. Now let's get to the fate line. Now you see the fate line, there's one line which is starting from the bottom of the moon mount here. There's another thin line which comes up like this. It goes up here. You see here, it goes up, but there's a small triangle here. Means there's some sort of infusion of wealth, injection of money which comes into this person's life. Again, when you see here, it goes all the way from here, it stops here. Then there is another line which comes like this. It goes up like this. You see here, it goes up to this point here. Okay. Now, what do you see from the time this person is about 30 onwards? Do you see one line coming down like this? It cuts down like this and it goes up like this. Do you see this? Now I will get to that in a minute. Now apart from that, you see that here, you see here, these are all lines which are creating financial problems and mental health issues. Do you see this? It doesn't stop, it goes all the way. You see here? It goes all the way from here to here, and then there are also lines which are cutting like this. And once you get to a certain point in life, there is a mesh here. Now, what is a mesh? I will explain that also. You see this part here? There are tons of lines here, but I will just going to draw like this so you get an understanding. It's here and it's here. Okay, it's just differently placed here, but nevertheless, there is still lines like this here. Do you see this? It goes up like this, the line goes up like that. And there is another line here. Now, what does all this mean? Let me explain. The first line is this person is going to have family related problems. Either from his brother, sister, uncle, aunt, relatives, very close relatives. It'll be immediate family, which is like brother, sister. This will be dispute about properties. Something related to property. Obviously, in a family, when the fight starts, it's always because of property related or some sort of inheritance related. So this person is going to have problems with that one. Second thing is this person is going to face severe, sabotage happening in his life from his own family. Okay, maybe he's running a family business. There will be sabotage in his life, from his immediate family, which will be like his brother, sister, or brother's wife, sister's husband, things like that. There'll always be conflicts. This is not a good sign because always throughout your life you need to watch your back till everything gets sorted out. As in, everything is divided, everything is done, and then you're peaceful about it. Till that day, you'll always have to watch over your back because you never know what's going to happen in life. So this is not a good sign to have. This is something which you'll have internal problems, means from immediate family. Now, the second part is, do you see all these lines here? Now see guys, when a line passes through your lifeline like this, up to this point here, is okay because it's called stress. Okay, of course stress is not good, but in today's life, everybody's stressful about something or the other. Everything related to wealth, mostly. Okay, so what do you see here? It's cutting the lifeline and it's cutting the fate line, which means there will be mental stress and financial stress throughout his life from the time of 35 onwards up to the age of 45. From 45 to 48, this person gets a break. Again at 48, there's a huge, massive problem, financial problems. Again from 49 onwards up to 52, it's looking good. After 52 onwards, there is a mesh. And if you see here, I cannot draw it, but if you zoom in, you will see multiple lines. I think more than 7 to 8 lines here. Now let me explain what this means. Having a mesh here is the worst sign that you can have in palmistry. Okay? Worst thing. Okay? It's even worse than a mole. Why? Because this gives you severe mental health problems, suicidal thoughts, financial losses, loneliness. Even though you're sitting with hundreds of people, you'll feel lonely. And always illnesses which will come below your waist. Okay, below your waist, which means slip discs, private part infection, knees, ankles, toes, those kind of problems. And it will always be very painful. Very, very painful. Okay, it's not like something that, you can take a medicine and get over it. This will be continuous. All the time. You take one in the morning, by afternoon the pain starts again. You take it one in the afternoon, evening the problem starts again. You won't be, those kind of issues will come. And then financial losses, repeated losses. You want to go up a little bit in life and it pulls you down completely. Again, there's a slight, this is the part you go into depression and suicidal thoughts, but then there is some hope which will come up and you go up again it pulls you down. So this will happen repeatedly. Not a good sign to have. Okay, and here also when you see here indicates some sort of deformation, issues with repeated failures, getting defamed by some woman or some man or some business deal. You will not be able to show your face in the society. Things like that will happen. Now in your Saturn mount, you see you can have one line which goes up like this. It can go up like this. It can branch into 3 like a trident. Or it can go like this, it can go like this, All these are good signs. But when you have anything more than 3 or 4 lines here, it's considered very bad luck. Means repeated struggles but no success. You will keep trying but you'll keep failing. Okay. Now, all this is there. Okay, am I clear up to this point? Then what happens is you see this mind line. It goes here and it's a long island. Here, you see this part here, there's a long island here. So there will be constant mind related problems. And the mind line is not touching the lifeline, which means the person thinks differently. Okay, he has a very unique way of thinking, which is good. But then what happens is he thinks so much unique that it becomes isolation. People will not get it. People will not. Sometimes arrogance comes in. They think that the superior and everybody else is stupid. It might be the case, but doesn't mean that you have to show it and rub it into somebody's face, because that's when negative things starts happening in life. Okay, so all this is not a good sign. Next is when you see a mole here. This indicates problem with your father. There will be dislikes with the father, issues with the father. Sometimes even it might get physical with the father or your elder brother. It's either your father, or most likely father, or your elder brother, which means there will be problems, arguments, disagreements, and sometimes in rare cases we've seen father and son have got physical. Okay, so that might happen. Also, this indicates eyesight problems, which means you might get hit in the eye by something or someone. That might happen, or there will be eye related problems, because the sun is the thing of sight, light, things like that. So eyesight problems will be there. And of course, deformation. This itself is creating enough chaos. On top of that, this is like the, what do you call, the cherry on the cake, right? So this is that. This will create even more problems in life. Now, my conclusion here, what I'm trying to pass on to you, the thing which I want to teach you is, this only happens when you run out of merit in life. What is the merit? Is to create a positive merits, is to create more clear thoughts, clear actions, merits, create more positive merits, feed more people, feed animals, have clear thoughts. When you have negative thoughts about something or someone or some place, this creates a negative imprint. Okay, when you want to hurt others, when you want to scam others, when you want to pull a fast one on others, when you want to talk ill about other people, you feel nice about it at that period of time. But what is happening is you're creating negative karma. Now, you might think that you're getting away with it. You will also get away with it because nobody will know what kind of things that you're doing. But your consciousness knows. And that is what you're carrying forward to the next life. Okay, so you might think, who cares after I die? I don't care. But no, death is not an escape. You will continue this in the next birth, and it will be in the much lower realms of life, which can be, you might be born, you'll have these big dreams, but you'll be born in a poor house, which you'll always struggle from. Things like that. So, creating positive merits creates positive lines. Creating negative merits creates negative lines. Okay, it's a very simple concept, guys. It's not rocket science. Okay, it's not rocket science at all. You do positive things will come to you in life. You do negative things to pull a fast one and think that the universe is not looking at you, but your consciousness is looking at you. Okay, and this consciousness will be carried with you for the next million births you take, because that is unavoidable. Okay, so end point is create positive karma. You create positive karma, you will create positive lines will come. Negative lines will disappear, positive lines will come. You keep creating negative, pulling fast ones here, because going through so much of financial problems, this person will think of negative things or do negative things to pull a fast one to. Anybody would do it, defaulting on the bank, taking money from somebody, not giving it back because you're in financial problems. And because of that, you're just repeating and getting into the cycle of negativity. I hope I'm clear about this, guys. I hope this helps. Please subscribe, and we've started our courses on karmic palms, on palmistry, on palmistic also. It's something that you can become an expert in becoming a palmist person. Not only you can read your palm, you'll be able to read other people's palm in a very professional way. Okay, if you want to enroll into this, do WhatsApp us. We'll be more than happy to assist you. Okay, and if you want to get your palm analyzed, do WhatsApp us. It's in the description box. Take care, everybody. Thanks. Bye bye.